Good morning. Namaste. Welcome to Yoga with Lisa SXM for another gentle workout. It's Thursday. Hope you're feeling good. If not, hope you feel better by the end of this little session together. We're going to just work on de-stressing, letting all the stress go today. So just start by shaking the hands and breathing deep. Now flick the fingers, flick the stress away, flick it away. Beautiful. Reach it out, stretch it out. Reach it overhead, bring it out to the side, bring it behind the body, bring it in front of the body. Swing your arms around a little bit and just take some good deep breaths here. Nice. All right. Bring those hands into prayer pose. Take a moment to set your intention for today's yoga. What do you hope to achieve? What is your goal? Why are you here? And if you can't put it in words, it's okay. But take a moment for yourself just to feel that connection that signals that it's time for yoga, time for that sacred quiet inside the mind, inside the heart. Acknowledge your true self. Honor your true self. Even if nobody else knows your true self, you know it. Learn to accept it as it is. Learn to accept yourself as you are. Wonderful. All right, let's move straight into table position today. We're going to start where we are usually, a little closer towards the middle of our workout. But we're going to start with table position. Get up on those hands and knees. Arch and sway, cat and cow. Do make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, and remember, whatever we do today, you're always in charge of what you do. Be very gentle. Listen to the body and learn what the body is asking for, what it needs, what it wants. And be careful, don't overdo anything. Pushing away with the hands, drop the head, drop the tailbone, arch the back up, and then we sway the back down. You lift the face, lift the tailbone, push away with your arms and shoulders. Let the middle of the back sink down like a hammock. And now we go back and forth. Any speed is perfect, whatever feels right. But you do remember to breathe a lot as you arch and sway. Breathe in and out. In fact, let the breath lead the way into the movement. Keep going. Slow or fast, doesn't matter as long as it feels good to you right now. We're letting go our stress. Breathe deep. Now come down onto the elbows. And let your knees go a little bit wider. And sway the back. Let the tailbone reach up. Drop your heart down to the earth. Heart to earth pose. We're not in any hurry here. You can stay there as long as feels good, and when you're ready to come out of it, come back to a nice strong table and arch and sway, arch and sway. Beautiful. Let's bring that knee, the right knee first, up in between the hands. Bring it up and place it on the ground. You can let the foot walk a little bit out to the side and slide down onto the front of your thigh on the left leg. Push away with your hands for a proud pigeon pose. Let the lower back and hips really relax here. Just let go. Lifting through the sternum, drawing the front of the body up. The chin lifts, the forehead lifts, the top of the head lifts. Shoulders back and down. proud pigeon. And if you want, you can collapse down and let your face rest next to your knee somewhere. Drop your hands to be by your hips, palm up, and relax the shoulders and head. Sleeping pigeon. When you're ready, hands under your shoulders, push yourself back up. Find your proud pigeon again. Breathe in. And we're going to come back up onto the knees. Hands and knees. Cat and cow a few more times. Shoulders right over the wrists. Arch and sway. Arch and sway. Breathe a lot. We're going to do the left knee forward, move the hands forward just a hair, bring that knee between the hands. The foot shifts off to the side and slide down onto your front of your right thigh. Push away with your hands and lift the sternum, lift the chin, lift the face. Breathe. Proud pigeon with the left foot in front, or left knee in front. When you're ready, drop down, sleeping pigeon. Let the face come down by the knee, hands come back by the hips, palm up. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Beautiful. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up again. And let's come back to hands and knees, cat and cow. Breathe. And just so we said we did, let's turn the toes under, pick the hips up, and do our first downward dog of the day. Take it slow and soft. Push back a little bit. Drop the head, relax the neck. When you're ready, drop your knees, and we're just going to rest in pose of a child here with our hands back by our feet. Palms are up. And you're sort of tucked into a little seed of potential energy. Just to let yourself be here, now. Small, light breath here because the chest is compressed. Hands to the floor. Just come up for a second, lift your face. We're going to widen the legs out. Keep the shins more or less parallel, but keep them a little bit wider. And then slide back down. Pose of a child, wide-legged, forehead to the floor, arms back, fingers back by your feet. Here's where the decompression comes and the de-stressing comes. Release and relax and listen to your body. You may find an urge to widen the legs even farther. If so, you're welcome to follow that urge. It's wonderful, very relaxing, but it may not be for everybody. Hands to the floor in front of your knees. Push yourself up. And if you do feel like you want to widen the legs out even farther, it's almost like the frog pose where the feet are out, pointing out with the toes. But if you want, you can keep your toes pointing down. Bring the chest and the heart to the floor. Maybe the arms at this point come up into a diamond shape. And when you're ready, push back up. We come back up to our strong table. Hands right under the shoulders. Arch and sway. Beautiful. Let's go down onto the bellies now. Go down, down, down. Laying down on your yoga mat. Belly down. Take a moment for yourself. Maybe turn your big toes in and your heels out. And fingers can come up for a little bit of a pillow under your forehead or your cheek. Release everything in the body. Relax. If you so choose to, you can turn your head the other way. Maybe you don't find as much mobility in your neck when you turn your head the other way. It can't go all the way over and lay your cheek down. If that's the case for you, build a little pillow out of your two hands, make a little mound, and use it to protect your neck so you can really relax and let your head be on your less flexible side to promote some good strong healing as you breathe. Turn your head to your less flexible side, supported by your hands, not overstressing or stretching. And just release and relax through the neck, shoulders, and the very base of the skull in the back. Beautiful. Let's come up onto our elbows, almost like the Sphinx. In fact, they call this the Sphinx pose. Put the hands out flat with fingers spread wide. Elbows tucked in a little bit right at your rib cage. And lift up with the face. Look forward. Long neck, shoulders down. And let your lower back have a little bit of a feeling of compression there, but not too much. When you've had enough, you can put your hands together and drop your head. Just rest your head on your hands in the middle of the forehead. We're going to work on lower back strength here by picking up the leg one at a time. A straight leg. I'm going to move up so you can see my feet a little bit better. We're resting our head on our hands. Let's take the right leg up, squeeze the buttock, and lift the hip. And the straight leg lifts all the way up. Drop it down. Other leg, lift it up. Drop it down. Back to the first leg, lift it up. Hold and breathe. And drop and switch. Right, now you can continue to do that just like that, or you can come up into the Sphinx pose and try it with your upper body elevated just a little bit. Remember, your hands are out, fingers spread wide. Lift through the chest, lift through the face, shoulders back. And let's try the right leg lifted up. Probably won't go quite as high, but you're still working the lower back, strengthening. If you have sciatica, this is excellent exercise for sciatica. Release the pressure on that nerve that's pinched. Your lower back is where the issue is with sciatica, even if you feel it in your leg. If it's truly sciatica, it's been diagnosed. You have to be really careful with that. You're switching the legs again. Keep breathing. And one more Place it down. Let's put the hands down underneath the shoulders and push ourselves back into pose of a child. You can walk your knees up if you want. And reach those hands forward. Excellent. All right, come back to seated for a moment. Take a moment to sort yourself out. Feel balanced on your hips. Make sure you feel connected to the earth through those bones in your hips. And we're just going to roll the shoulders here. Really make it a big shoulder roll. Big. Back, down, forward, round the back as you come forward. And stretch it up. Breathe. Reverse your circle. All right, arms come out to the side, stretch it up, breathe in, reach up. Stay reaching up, reach up. Beautiful, bring those hands down, let them just drift down like water dripping off of a window pane, down, 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 down. And place them on the front, in front of your legs. Walk them forward, walk forward as far as it feels good. Bring the face a little close to the ground, round the back, drop the head. And then push against the ground, walk your hands back up and come back up to seated. Let's do a little bit of immunity protection by bending the fingers and using those blunt fingertips. If you have long, pointy fingernails, bend your knuckles and tap with your knuckles. But we're really going to try and make it a nice strong thump on the chest. Thump, thump, thump with all 4 fingers of each hand spread out and really pounding down in the chest. We're going to spread it out wide and come back to the middle, then drop down and up, out, in, down, and up. Keep breathing. This is stimulating your immunity, your thymus gland, which is in the middle of the chest down here, and also all the glands in the base of the neck, going towards the armpit area and up into the neck. Let's take those thumping fingertips above the collarbone into the base of the neck and below, crossing over the top of the collarbone and down. Good breath. In and out, above the collarbone and down. In and down, up, out, up. You can be in charge of this. I'll just direct a good direction, but you don't have to follow my direction here. Let's go to the base of the neck and up to the underneath the jaw. Tap, 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 thump, 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 down the neck, towards the collarbone, back up towards the jaw, down and up. Let's go above the jaw, but to the cheeks, up below the eyes, down to the jaw, and down. Keep thumping nice and hard. You're stimulating all of the muscles, the fascia, the connective tissue, getting that blood to circulate, getting those nerves to sing. Let's take those fingers all the way up to the forehead, the hairline, or where your hairline once was, up to the very tip top of the forehead. Spread it out, come down to the temples, come back up, and to the top. Now down to the eyebrows, and up, temples, up, eyebrows, up, temples, up, eyebrows up, and now to the very top of the head. Tap, tap, tap at the very top of the head. And spread it wide, come down above each ear. Spread the fingers apart and up to the top of the head. Tip, tip, top, top, tap, tap. Thump, thump, thump. Down to the ears. Up and down. Up. And we're going to go behind the ears here and down to the base of the neck behind the head. Thump, thump, thump. All the way up to the skull and the base of the skull and down towards the shoulders. Let's just grab a hold and squeeze and release with the hands. Strong squeezing of the fingers in to massage the tissues. We're going to reach both hands way back onto the shoulder blades. Lift those elbows way up by the top of your head as if they're little ears on a fox. And walk your hands down. Inside your shirt if possible. Grab some flesh there on your shoulder blades. We're going to pull forward over the top, over the crest of the shoulders. Exhale, release the stress, the tension. Let's do it again. Reach back, grab flesh inside your shirt if possible. And we drag with strong fingertips over the crest of the shoulders in towards the front. One more time. Reach back and drag over the top. Nice. How you feeling? Ready for a straddle stretch? Let's give it a try. Okay, we'll put our legs out, and you can put your legs as far apart as feels good to you. Take a minute to pull the flesh away from your sitting bones, connect your weight down into the earth. Reach your hands right over your legs, parallel to your legs. And reach beyond your toes on one side and then the other. Reach and reach. Keep breathing. Turn your head to look as you reach beyond your toes. Keep breathing. Letting the body move. Stretch. Coming back to the middle. Let's turn those arms, palms up. Breathe in, lift. I love this pose right here. Bring the fingertips together. The legs are spread wide. Flex your ankles. Point your toes up at the ceiling. Reach with the fingertips and the top of your head. Reach up. Keep breathing. Keep reaching up. And arms come out. Keep the length in the body. Keep the length in the spine. Let the arms rest. Just rest your arms on your knees or your thighs. Close the eyes and be with yourself for a moment. Beautiful. Let's take that right hand and reach it as if you wanted to touch your right toes. And then sweep it forward and all the way over to your left toes. Hold there. Sweep the hand back. Place it on the leg. Left hand, reach for your left toes. And then sweep the hand forward all the way across this wide expanse in front of your pelvis. Reaching your left hand to your right toes. Just reach gently and look down at your knee. You can use your other hand for support on the floor or on your leg, or just rest it. We're going to do that all again. Bring the hand back and come back up. Stretch the right hand out for the right toes. Sweep it over to the left. Sweep it back. Left hand reaches for the left toes. Sweep it over to the right toes. And come on back. All right. Now, we're going to do it again, but this time the other hand is going to come forward and underneath to make a little bit more of a torso twist. So right hand reach for the right toes. As you sweep the hand forward, let the left hand go underneath the opposite direction. And bring your ear close to your knee. And swing the arms up and around, almost like planets orbiting the sun. Come the other way. Ear, your right ear towards your right knee. Left hand reaching for the right toes. Up and over again, all the way around. Up and over, all the way around. And up we come. Arms out to the side. Take them up, breathe in, hold. Flex those ankles, sit tall on the hip bones, lengthen through the spine, reach up with the fingertips and the top of the head, breathe. See if you can really push your backs of your thighs down onto the floor. Sort of rearrange the way your body decides to sit on the floor. Instead of being on the hips, it's more on the legs. Hips are lifted almost. Reach up. And we're going to bring those hands down in a prayer pose. Round the back. Look down at your hands as they rest on the floor in front of your pelvis. Round your back, drop your head. Sit soft. Sit balanced and easy and soft. Release your neck, release your belly. Really let the head drop down. Close your eyes if you want to. Feel the decompression in your neck. Let your neck release and relax. Straighten the back slowly, slowly, rising through the spine, from the tailbone, through the hips, through the mid-back, stacking the vertebrae, sitting tall again. And I'm going to ask you to put your hands on the floor in front of your hips, anywhere that you feel is a good place for your hands. Maybe experiment with them, see how you like the feeling of putting them in different places. Find that perfect place to support you. And it's almost like doing a push-up, except when you do a push-up, it's hard going up. This is a little bit more challenging going down. But the feeling in the arms is similar. Pushing down, pushing up, lowering down, and pushing up. And here I encourage you to be very, very, very gentle and careful and don't overstretch. If you're feeling a lot of like fire in here in your inner thighs, you've probably got quite enough stretch already, maybe even back off of it. Listen to the body always. Inside of us is the greatest teacher. Listen to that master teacher inside of you. Find your full range of motion, whatever it is. Just work with it, explore it gently. If you are urged by your inner teacher to stay down longer or to reach farther, you're certainly welcome to listen to that inner teacher and follow that instruction. Come down onto the elbows if that suits you, or you could put a pillow there. You could put a pillow there for the chest. When you're ready to walk back, and let's bring those legs in. We're going to reverse this wide straddle by crossing the knees. So we're going to bring the legs in. And bring the left heel over to the right hip and the right heel over to the left hip. And the knees are right in front of your pelvis and they're stacked on top of each other. And this is a wonderful pose for just sitting in silence. Place the hands on the soles of the feet, the fingers on the toes. The heel of the hand maybe sits right in the in the arch of the foot, in the soft part of the middle of the foot. Sitting tall, try to keep both hips equally down. That's not so easy, but that's something to work on. Keeping weight equal on both hips in this pose is not easy. This is sometimes called the cow pose with legs like this, vaka. Sit tall, lift to the top of the head. Keep breathing. Let's bring the hands to prayer pose and bring the elbows together as well, and lift and sink with the arms. Breathe in and out. Keep the elbows bent, open the arms wide and close. Let the elbows and fingers touch at the same time as they come together again. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time. And back to up and down. Breathe in and out. Those elbows and fingers touching. Open wide. And let's switch the legs around. You can put your hands behind your hips and bring the legs out into the air and swish them around. Maybe grab a hold of the top leg now and pull it back into place. Make sure those knees are stacked right in front of the torso. Hands come onto the feet. Perhaps the heel of your hand right by the wrist is sitting right in the soft part of your foot, on the arch part, and your fingers straight over your toes. Lift through the spine. This time we're going to bring the hands behind us. Interlock your fingers behind your tailbone and see if you can straighten your arms. If you can't, that's okay. Just reach your hands back. Stretch tall through the spine, top of the head lifting up, breathe. And if you want, you can experiment with bending forward and bringing the arms up. Bring them down. Take a big breath in. Bending forward, exhale. Lift the hands up behind you. Bring it down, lift the face, breathe in. Bending forward, exhale. Bring it up. And release the hands. Let them rest back on the legs, on the soles of the feet. Just be with yourself for a moment here. Let's bring the right hand to the top knee. That's your left knee. Doing it with me. Left hand going to come behind the hip on the floor. Look over your left shoulder. Stay here with yourself. Be with your breath. Listen to the body. Up and back, bring it forward, back to your quiet, content, folded pose. Let's twist around the other way. Left hand to the knee now, right hand behind the right hip, and look right. All right, hands behind your hips, swing your legs around. And Let's revisit that original pose. Hands resting on the feet, on the soles of the feet, fingers on the toes. Knees stacked. Sitting tall. Breathe deep. Start by putting the left hand on the knee on top, the right hand, and reach back with your right hand on the floor behind your hip. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe deep. Nice. Come forward. Let's switch it the other way. Bring your hand to your right hand to your right knee and left hand to the floor behind the left buttock. Keeping long through the spine, lengthening through the body. Look over the left shoulder. Breathe deep. Come forward. Let's stretch the legs out, straight out in front of us. Pulling the flesh away. Sitting. The ankles flexed. Lift through the spine. Reach up. Breathe in. And hands come down. We're just going to walk the fingers around the back and reach for the ankles or the feet. Allow yourself to be soft here around your back. Drop your head. Release the neck. And come back up. We're going to go onto our backs here with the knees bent. Feet on the floor, somewhere near the knees, near the hips. Knees are up in the air, and arms can be wherever feels good right now. Let's walk the feet wide and let the knees lean against each other here. Feel yourself heavy on the floor. Notice the parts of your body carrying the body's weight down into the earth. If you feel in any way unbalanced, adjust and make yourself feel more balanced and more at ease. As you breathe in and out, really use the belly muscles, expand the belly when you breathe in. And pull the belly in as you exhale, squeeze the old air out. Let's let it be really quite something that the belly is working here. Breathing out, expand big, and push it out. Wonderful. Bring the heels in alignment with the hips and drop both knees to the left. Relax everything in the hips, in the thighs, in the lower back and mid back. Release. Let go. We're trying to get rid of stress and tension today. Let it go with your exhalation. To really let it all go, you've got to trust yourself a little bit. Unconsciously, we hold in the lower back, protecting ourselves from any injury, always ready to flee or fight on a moment's notice. which is probably a good thing if you're living a crazy wild life in a jungle, fighting off wild animals or fleeing from attacking animals. But that's not how we live, so relax and let all that tension go. Clear out any toxins that are stored in your cells. Relax and let it all go. Blow. Let's pick the knees up and drop them both to the right. Now again, just releasing the hips, releasing the lower back, releasing the thighs, releasing the mind. Let yourself be heavy on the floor. Here, stay. If that's what's best for you, stay. If you want, though, you can pick the knees up and just sort of windshield wiper left and right. Let the legs flop left and right. No tension, no holding, no control really. Just back and forth, flop, and be loose, free, and easy. Wonderful. Let's bring those knees all the way up to the chest now. And bring your hands to your knees and squeeze them in a couple of times. Release. Breathe them in and let them go. Bring them in and imagine that they are Velcroed together. Those knees are stuck together. Your ankles are stuck together, and we're putting the hands way out to the side like a capital letter T. And let your knees make a big circle all the way around. Keep your knees together. Breathe as you move your knees around in a big circle. Change direction whenever you feel like it. Bring the knees in again. Now we're going to bring the knees down away from the chest. Spread them wide open. Bring them up towards your armpits and together again. And then close them. Put it away, open, back up to the chest and close. Push them away, open, up to the chest and close. 2 more times. Nice. Let's go around the other way. Crack at the chest, push them apart, push them away, crack together, and back up to the chest. Open, away, together, and up. Breathe. Beautiful. Cross your right leg over your left knee and bring both knees to the left. And then you can adjust your recline, supine, spinal twist. Bring your legs apart. Straighten one leg or the other or both. Make this perfectly what you need right now. Release and relax and breathe. Nice. Let's turn all the way over on our left side. You can put your head on a pillow, or you can put it on your shoulder or your bicep, and stack your knees. Find yourself in the fetal position. Very soft, very balanced and comfortable on your side. Resting side pose. Bring that arm straight up from your shoulder, reach for the ceiling, and bring the leg up. If it's straight or bent, it doesn't matter. We're going to bend down, push up. Bend down, push up. Keep it going, and we count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up. See if you can grab onto your toe. You can bend the knee if you need to. And put 2 fingers, like your peace sign fingers, right around that big toe. And then give yourself a little hamstring stretch. Bending the elbow, bringing the leg closer to the face or the ear or the shoulder. Whatever feels good to you right now. This is your stretch. Breathe and make it awesome. And then we drop back down and rest in fetal pose, side resting pose. Let's take that top leg and cross it over and bring it onto the floor in front of your chest. The knee is somewhere in front of your chest on the floor. The lower leg, we're going to stretch it out and turn, and put it down on the floor so that you actually are working towards getting your belly on the floor. Turn the torso now and be chest down. We're still releasing stress. Let it go. Be heavy on the floor. Sink down. It's like you're hugging Mother Earth in this pose. I love this pose. It's very, very supportive and very relaxing. So let's bring that leg that's cocked up to the side, bring it down and straighten it out and just lay on the belly again. You can bring your forehead to the floor if you want, so your neck is straight. Stay here for 3 or 4 breaths. I'm going to turn around if you don't have to. All right. Resting on the tummy, forehead down. Let's turn the body the other way now. We're going to bring the arms out for a little support as we push away with the shoulder and bring that left knee up into your earth hugging pose, or Spider-Man pose it's sometimes called. Allow yourself to be soft and heavy. Flow down onto the earth. We're in no hurry here. You can stay here as long as you feel it's beneficial to you. I find this pose is wonderfully healing in some way, integrating all parts of the mind, body, and spirit. When you are ready to roll over, we're going to go back to side resting pose on the other side this time, and just stack your knees, rest your arm on your hip, take a moment for yourself, really feel soft and supported. Nice. Let's bring that arm straight up from the shoulder. Reach it up. And when you're ready, bring the leg up. It may not get straight, or it may be straight. It just depends on you and your body, your geometry, how long your arms and legs are, and stuff like that. You're going to just bend down and reach up. Bend down and reach up. And we start to count. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Take a rest. Let's roll back onto our backs here. And stretch the body really long. Point your toes, bring your feet together. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch long, expand your rib cage. Big breath in here. You can yawn and stretch. You can reach with one hand and then the other, as if you're reaching for fruit out of a tree, but you're laying down, so that makes no sense at all, but do it anyway and make it feel great. And then release, relax, find your perfect Savasana, where the arms are out slightly from the body, palm up, and the feet are out just a little bit, legs relaxed, feet flop outward. Savasana is a real yoga pose. It's meant to be total awareness of the body with no effort in the body at all. And it's actually considered to be the most important because it incorporates and integrates all the other movements, aligning the body and keeping everything flowing freely through the body. Wonderful. Bend your knees and put your feet on the ground, not too close to the hips. We're going to reach up, straight up from the shoulder. Bring your head off the floor. One slow sit up. Once you're up, we're going to drop back onto our elbows. Take a minute to sort yourself out. Supporting hands, wide fingers, pick palm down on the floor. Bring the knees to the nose and stretch it up. Point those toes. Let's drop one leg down, and if you want, you can flex the ankles on both legs here. Bring it back up and point the toes. Flex the ankles, drop the other leg down, and bring it back up. Point the toes. Let's do that a few more times. Down, up, point, switch, down, up, point, switch, down, up, point, switch, down, up, point, and bend the knees. Go ahead and sit up. Beautiful, beautiful. Very much getting rid of all that tension. We're going to do a standing sequence here to finish the class and get rid of any excess tension that's still hanging on. We're going to start by coming up into the yoga squat. So hands behind the hips for support. Put those feet on the floor and turn your toes out just a little bit. Heels are just a hair wider than your hips. Push yourself up onto your feet and elbows come inside the knees. Adjust your feet if you need to. Elbows inside the knees pushing out, knees outside the elbows pushing in. Press the body tall and connect your energy from your root chakra right here at the base of the torso through the column of the spine, the energy levels all the way up to your crown chakra at the top of your head, where you connect with the universe and get your insight and inspiration. Love it. Hands to the floor in front of your feet. Let's lift the hips and drop the head. rag dog, we're just hanging from the hips here. The legs are strong. The feet are firmly on the ground. Make sure you feel strong in your feet for balance. Place your hands right on top of your feet. Relax your elbows, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Bend the knees and place the hands on top of the knees. And push yourself up. Let's come up to standing posture. Standing with our feet right under our hips, toes pointing forwards. Lots of weight on the heels and the balls of the feet. Arms can come out to the side. Stretch it up. Breathe in. Stretch tall. Reach up. Breathe in. Beautiful. Let's take that right hand down. Watch it drop. Keep reaching up with the left hand. And then walk your fingers down towards your knee. Bring the body over and back up. Reach the hand up. Stretch up. Breathe in. Other hand down. Walk the fingers down. Stretch over. And come back up. Arms up. Breathe in. And beautiful. Here we're going to just kick forward with one heel and make it quite fast. So we're kicking, kick. And now we're going to flick our fingers and throw energy with our hands. And switch legs. Keep both hands and alternating legs. Both hands, alternating legs. Kick and flick. And push it out and breathe and kick and flick and flick. Get rid of energy. Get rid of stress. Build energy, I should say. Get rid of tension, anxiety, stress, worry, negativity. Kick it away, flick it away, and keep breathing. Roll your hands. 2 more. On both sides. And good. Swing your arms. I've managed to make bubbles out of my yoga mat. Hope you don't have that problem. I think it's something to do with my rug underneath my mats. I'm going to have to solve that problem one of these days. Alrighty, we're going to stand tall, arms out to the side, stretch it up, breathe in. And breathe out. Let the hands slowly come down like melting candle wax. Drip, 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 all the way down. Bend the knees, round the back, let the hands hang. Maybe stand a little wider, feet apart, and swing the arms around the feet. Bend the knees, hands to knees, come back up. Reach the arms out and up. We're going to interlock the fingers like this overhead, but not pulling up. Just a gentle interlocked hand above our head. Breathe in and drop the thumbs, the crisscross thumbs on your hands right to the base of your neck. And look down towards your chest. Tuck your tailbone under. Strong legs. Let those elbows go wide, away from each other, and back. Look down at your chest. And let the fingers pull through each other and release out and down. Last thing we're going to do is bend over, put your hands on your knees, round your back, and cat and cow without using the floor this time. We just put our hands on our knees, cat and cow, sway and arch. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel better. Get rid of that stress. De-stress. Let the light shine in, guys. We have got to stay positive and happy and healthy and get through these bad times until we can see each other again and give each other big hugs. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. All the best.